Hi, my name is John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. Tonight's nightcap, I get more work done on the vertical steam engine. I do some build-up work on the eccentric, get that machined, and it's running really nice now. I'll show quite a bit of that. Stick comes down and does a draw for the little more than right 25mm micrometer. So that's ready. Good boy, first time. Paul Campbell. Can't see the fucking screen. Jump me. Thanks mate, that was great. All you've got to do is send me an email with your address on and I'll get that microphone, I'll post it off to you. As the saying goes, anywhere in the world, completely free of charge. I'm going to do another giveaway this week. This time it's for something that Bob brought through the week. It's a standard bore gauge. It's an Imperial one that Bob's actually cleaned up and polished and made a nice box for it. It's a smashing item. I'll show a close-up shot of that. As usual, if you want a chance at winning the bore gauge, all you have to do is send me an email with your name, your full name, like John Mills, not just John. That's my email address up there. Your name goes into the bucket. If it's pulled out the bucket, I'll post it off anywhere in the world, completely free of charge. It's just a little way of me saying thanks very much for all the support I've had with this YouTube channel. The weather's been absolutely glorious today. I went to a car boot sale, bought one or two items. I'll show them. I've also got some more tooling from Banggood to do a review on. There's a box of high-speed steel twist drills and a DTI stand that I want to modify to use on the lathe. I'll show a little bit of that, but the review will be probably in the next week or so. This is some of the gear I got at the car boot sale today. These might look a little bit rough, but they're actually hand forged punches. That'll be real good quality steel there to use at work. I also bought this for 50p. It's a brand new carbide rotary burr. I bought 3 of these shelf brackets. I need to put a shelf up to put my welding rods on. They're not Victorian, they're probably 1950s, but they've got a bit of a nice shape about them, nice and strong. And I'm sure they'll do the job I want them to do. Compared to the modern ones are much better. Next weekend it's the Model Engineering Exhibition at Doncaster. I'm going down on the Friday with Mick and Bob. I'm not trying to be big-headed, but if you see me and you want to come and say hello and shake my hand, please do. Because without viewers like ourselves, I wouldn't have any of this YouTube channel. I'm going to take the valve chest cover off the engine, and Bob's given us a sheet of nice new Perspex, so I'm going to make a Perspex cover for it. Put a Perspex cover on, and I'll be able to get some video of the actual valve operating with the engine running. Because it does run nice and slow, so you'll be able to see the operation of the valve, which I'm sure some people will find interesting. Something you don't actually see every day. Nice and oily in there, which is really what you need. Got a nice new set of drills here. Actually, a freebie from Banggood again to do a review on. I see how many people have been upset with these. Right, I'm sure I'll be able to drill plastic. certainly drill plastic alright. To play with at a later date. I need a hole in here to get the steam in, or the compressed air in, down here somewhere. Right, the tapping drill for 8 BSP is 8.6. I'm sure 8.5 will do for plastic. Right, that'll do. Right, that's tighten onto there, air line in, we'll sure we can see the valve operating. Right. That's right. What one slight problem that the adjusting nut on the slide valve's actually touching the bit of perspex I've put on. I don't think it'll stop it from running. Not for it, the valve's not sealing. I have to take it off and do something with that. You can see the valve moving here. I have to put a recess in there just to clear that little adjustment screw on the valve, because the only thing that holds the valve closed is the pressure of the steam, in this case compressed air. Well, obviously that's rubbing on there. Should do. Right, now we should be able to see things moving. You can see the valve covering both ports. A little bit of light on. The port at the top lets steam or air into the top of the cylinder, and the one at the bottom lets air into the bottom, and the exhaust port's in the centre, and that's got a D-shaped cutout in the back. certainly decent. That flash there, very little flash on the back of it, it's just straight off. I'm sure she'll be happy with that. So we can change it to our hard content. And you get what it is, yes. It's not that big as you can see, and it's really has brought out the shape of the face very well. Detail's good. I've got some more tooling from Banggood to do a review on. There's a box of drills and a DTI stand. I'll have a quick look at them. I'll probably be doing a review in the next week or so. See who I can upset with them. No, not really.